Hello out there. Here I am in a different place again. I believe this is a public post coming to you from my Your Body Pilates page. So I am here to demonstrate my Monday moves, which are designed to encourage you to take breaks in your day to release tension and set new intentions. I've been doing a 4-part series on planking, form, and then adding movement variations to planking. And today is the last one in the series, part 4, and we're gonna work on side planking, and we'll do some on the hand, or I will demonstrate on my hand and then also on my forearm and adding movement variations. I will also use my favorite orange ball and add a variation there. Sorry I'm a little late if you normally see these, and this was in a different place again, but either it's me or Facebook keeps changing things on me, and then for someone who's already challenged, it's not helpful to change how these lives are done. So here I am, pretty sure I'm public, coming to you from yourbodypilates.net or Your Body Pilates Facebook page. And I just want to say, after I do these demonstrations, if you want more information on, because you have an injured shoulder or you'd like to strengthen your core, and you just have some questions on any of the Monday moves that I've presented, or this planking series and how you can find it, you could go to YouTube, Christy Guadalupe. I'm going to share to my Healthy Living page, Christy's Healthy Living. If you're not a member, you can reach out to join. We share actually recipes and holistic health and wellness ideas. And also schedule an introductory session with me at yourbodypilates.net. I would love to chat with you about any concerns you have with strengthening your core, or past injuries, or things that you struggle with finding ways to get stronger without injuring yourself. So any of these things I do, please be careful, pay attention to your body, know what's good for you and what is not good for you. I will give some modifications. So I'm going to start with the full plank on my hand, side plank, and then give some variations. Then I'm going to go down to my forearm and give some variations there with movement. And then I'll grab my orange ball and I'll do some there. They won't be long, and I hope you enjoy them, and here we go. All right, so we're going to start. Work on my right side because I practiced on my left. So I'm going to start with that full plank on my hand variation, keeping my knees down, but lifting my hips up. So it's really just almost like just a side bend, right? But I'm not going to go into the full side bend. I'm just going to lift up to a point, right? And then I'm just going to lower down with control. I could add a side bend to it, right? I'm really working on lifting the underside of my waist using my obliques and my hip, and then stretching through the top side, and then always lowering down with control. You always want to use breath. So exhale as you lift up. I suppose I could add a little twisting motion here, which I'm going to do in a bigger form in a minute or two, and lowering down. Okay, you could also add just lifting up to plank and lifting that leg, right? And then force down with control. So exhale, always as you lift up. Inhale as you lower down. If you wanted to add a hold and then movement, right? You could keep that arm up, and we could do the side kick like Pilates, right? Ooh, this is kind of hard. So you're keeping that leg up as you're moving it forward and back. Try to keep the torso still, right? There's a little bit more adding movement to a hold. Still working. So remember, the full plank on the hand works the shoulder girdle more. Forearm works the core a little more. Now I'm just going to extend my legs, and they're going to be staggered. I'm going to move into a bigger form of plank, right? That would have been a little bit more of a modification. Now I'm going to lift up just to a full side plank. Of course, to lower down with control, and just take an inhale and bend my knees. So I could lift up into that bigger side bend, right? And then lower down. Or I could lift up to a side bend, and then I could add a twist back to a side bend and lower down. Okay, so there's some different things you can do with the full plank. Of course, you can choose like how many you want to do, what's right for you, and then just build on that. I don't really have a number. Just, you know, I myself probably would do 5 to 8, depending on the day. Probably 5, I'm thinking. All right, so now, coming down to the forearm, right? You're gonna have some good support. Elbow right under the shoulder. I like to spread my hands wide. I'm gonna start off with just that small motion of lifting, right? And then lowering down, right? So it's really so small that mostly, I would say I feel my hip and the underside of my waist to get into this position, okay? Of course there's some shoulder, but I do feel, so it's really good, probably a good modification for shoulder, okay? Now, you could add again, like straighten this leg up, and then just lift up, right? And lower down. You can lift up, hold again, of course, and you could do the side leg, kicking, forward and back, staying lifted, and lower down, okay? So that was down, knees down, a little bit modified version of side plank on elbow. I'm gonna stagger my legs again. Doesn't matter, front, back, whatever, top leg, front, back. And I'm gonna lift up more to a full forearm plank. Now, you could do this move, which is pretty hard. I don't think they call it hip dips. I'm not sure. It's just hard. Make sure you breathe and lower down. All right, so now in line with that move that I just did, I'm gonna grab the orange ball and do a move that's more back to the hand. No, it's on the forearm. I'm wrong. But what I like about the ball is that you've got the tactile cue. I'm gonna switch to the other side. The tactile cue of the ball, right? So you're not putting too much weight into the ball, but you're also not totally lifting yourself off the ball. So right now I'm already like just gently leaning into the ball. So the move would be to, and I would probably do exhale left, inhale, and you notice I'm just trying to lift my weight off the ball. All right, so exhale, inhale, you could use inhale and exhale, whatever works, right? And then you could do pulsing, right, with breath. So, and lower down, maybe one more. I'd probably do more if I wasn't just demonstrating. But that's a really nice variation to give tactile cues when you have the orange ball. So there's the end of my planking series, and I was happy to show you guys these different ways to vary a plank from just a holding plank. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please reach out to me, and I would love to chat. Have a great Monday. Stay cool if you're anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, or I hear it's hot everywhere. It's supposed to be 110 here today. It's too hot. Hopefully it cools down soon. Have a great day. Bye.